Hey everybody, this is Chris, and today we are going to talk HUBSAN ZINO batteries. HUBSAN's gone and released a new battery for us, or they're going to be releasing soon a new battery for us for the HUBSAN ZINO. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk a little bit about that new battery to come, and we're going to go through the history of the ZINO and the ZINO batteries, and basically just give you my opinion as to what HUBSAN does with this product. And I don't mean to offend anybody. Most of you will probably agree with me on my opinion of this, and a lot of you probably will also be offended because so many people are just die-hard Zino fans. I don't know why. There is better out there, but this is a quad that I really enjoy as a DIY quad, a do-it-yourself quad. It's something you're going to have to work on at some point, and I enjoy doing that, so that's why I like the HUBSAN products, because they're good at delivering that for me. I know you don't even have to say it. A lot of people, you've bought it, you fly it, you've never had a problem with it, but unfortunately for a ton of people, that's not the same case. They have to work on them. If you look at my channel and all my videos, I have a ton of HUBSAN DIY videos, and they're there for a reason. They're needed. So let's kind of talk about that. But first, here's the battery that's coming up next for the HUBSAN ZINO. This is for the HUBSAN ZINO and the ZINO Pro. And again, I don't mean to ruffle any feathers and offend anybody here, because some that have the HUBSAN blinders aren't gonna like some of what I have to say, but I think I'm pretty accurate and dead on in what I'm gonna tell you. They released the HUBSAN ZINO, and I'll try to make this as quick as possible. They released the HUBSAN ZINO. Wasn't a great product when they first put it out. They made the upgrades to it, gave us things like speed control settings to make it more fluid and make it a better quad, and it is indeed a better quad. They did excellent with the camera on this, but what did they do? They released a HUBSAN ZINO from the start with dated hardware. Now it's maxed out. There's not much more they can do with this quad with firmware, so I think we're kind of approaching the end of the firmware updates for the HUBSAN ZINO. Especially since they have the HUBSAN ZINO Pro, more focus is going to go towards that. So they gave us a dated product right out of the gate. It didn't make it a year into firmware updates before it's maxed out. Everybody wants more range. They give us more range. They admittedly proved that they needed something to ventilate the heat. They added a fan. They added the lease transmission so we can hopefully get that range, but they did not give us a battery that will deliver. So nobody knows what's going to happen at 4,000 meters because it's not been done. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't believe it can be done, even though HUBSAN put out a little sneak video, a little teaser showing that they made this range, and I haven't seen that video. Again, I don't know if it's on their official website or not, but I don't know that video is still out there. But they made it seem like you could do 4,000 meters, which is false advertising because this battery will not do it. So maybe it was a big windy day flying out, and then that wind magically reversed coming back, and they got 4,000 meters. I don't know. But now we got the HUBSAN ZINO Pro. And what have they done with the HUBSAN ZINO Pro? It's under the mark. If it will not do what it's advertised to do, 4,000 meters, it's just like when they released the original Zino. It's under the mark. It's not capable of doing what they say it will do. So they've admitted this now by giving us this new battery of 5,000 milliamp hours. So hopefully that's going to give us our long range. A lot of people don't even care about that long range. They don't want 4,000 meters. Half of that's fine with them. This is a perfect quad for you then at this battery. You don't need to buy that upgrade. I myself, if I buy a quad and it says it does 4,000 meters, I'm going to try that 4,000 meters, and it better deliver that 4,000 meters. So that's what I expect. because if not, I'm wasting my money on that extra range, because what you've got here is you've got a difference of $100. This is going to cost you $100 more to get that range and a cooling fan, basically, and the lease transmission, which is a part of that range. So now they're going to throw a new battery at us, and I'm just making my prediction. This is a budget battery, $35. It's good for about a year, so it's proving to be. And I don't think we're going to see anything different in this new battery. I don't think it's going to be any better in performance and life as far as how long it will last you. So I'm going to predict that it's probably about $60, and it's going to be the same type of battery. It's not going to be anything spectacular. These are not intelligent batteries. But what it looks like to me, it kind of looks like a modified battery of some sort, because it looks like it's going to probably stick out the back. If you look at the picture, it looks like it's going to be a little bit bigger than this battery and most likely stick out the back. It's hard to tell. We haven't seen it in a Zino yet, but the end of it's a little confusing to me. I don't know what we got there. I don't know exactly how this thing is connecting. We've got the connectors here, and if you look a portion of the way down on the battery, you see the connectors, and then you've got about yay amount of battery left over, and they've kind of put a shape on it, I guess, to make it look aerodynamic or something. But to me, it's going to slide in, it's going to plug about right here, and then it's going to stick out the back. So hopefully that doesn't change our performance with balance or anything to where we need more firmware updates, but that's the way it looks like it's going to work to me. So if you look at that battery, these connectors are like right here. So the rest of that's going to stick out, and then they made it some weird funky shape, kind of like a Batmobile look, to where it'll look good sticking out. Maybe they put some butt cheeks on that battery, and that would be kind of what it looks like. So you're gonna have battery sticking out the back, about like that is what I imagine, with some butt cheeks. So that's what I'm gonna say it looks like anyhow, just based on looking at this picture. So that's it. That's pretty much all I have to say about the HUBSAN ZINO, from the Zino to the Zino Pro, and now with the new battery. They continue to give us something under the mark. They gave us something under the mark with this. It was only good for about a year of updates. They give us something under the mark with this by calling it a Pro when it is not a Pro. This is not a Pro. They put lipstick on a pig is all they did here. And then they admit that it will not do what it says. It's under the mark. So they go ahead and they give us finally a battery that will give us what we need for 4,000 meters. So that's what I have to say about it. So speaking of batteries, real quick, I just want to say I have a video coming up. There is somebody out there in YouTube land that made a video showing you, his experience with his quad falling out of the sky because of not managing his batteries properly, or not paying attention to his batteries before that happened. And if you do good battery maintenance, you shouldn't be having your quad fall out of the sky. So I'm going to do a video on that, except we're going to do it not so technical. We're going to make it try to make it so everybody understands. The video that is out now from this person is one of those typical videos he does where he's a smart guy, but it's where other nationalities and people of different tongue, I imagine, have a hard time following or understanding. So I'm going to do this pretty much how I think everybody, or not everybody, how a majority of people in the hobby do it, because nobody is taking this battery, nobody's making a rig to check it with a voltmeter and to do your internal resistance with your meter. I'm not doing that. I do it on my charger, but I very rarely ever check the internal resistance because that's yet to really tell me anything I need to know. All I need to know to see that I have a battery going bad is loss of flight time. That's your first sign. It's going to slowly give you that loss of flight time. So you're down to 10 minutes flight time. I'd be looking into your battery. And then you're going to put it on your charger, hobby grade charger, not this. Put it on a hobby grade charger. While it's charging, check every cell. You're going to see if you have a cell going bad right then and there as you're charging that battery. One of them will be lower. One of them might spike up real high. All your signs are going to be right there. I've already had one that I've had to discharge and I disposed of it properly. And I wish I would have done a video on that back then, but I'm going to do a video now so everybody understands, and for the most part, most of the people in this hobby will understand better than the version of that video out. So that's about it. And then of course we're gonna have more HUBSAN ZINO Pro stuff. I've still got to put out my unboxing video, just introducing it to my channel, and then we're gonna crack into it and try to get as much HUBSAN ZINO Pro content as I can, just like I did with the HUBSAN ZINO. So that's it for this video. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you don't subscribe, hit that subscribe button now. Hit the bell for more future content to come, so you'll be notified. And as always, hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.